If you're a heating air conditioning technician or a salesperson, how does asking for help give you more momentum quicker, and why does it matter? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan. I'm coming to you live from Waimea Bay on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you for HVAC technician sales secrets. Now here's the thing. Waimea Bay has some of the greatest waves in the world. They also need some of the best lifeguards. So you got the lifeguard tower right there over my shoulder. You can check it out. And so the reason I bring this up is when somebody's stuck out in the water, the sooner that they can raise their hand and say, hey, I need help, the easier the potential is for saving them. Now, the same thing happens when you're in sales. Like the moment that you feel like you're in a sales slump is the time that you should raise your hand and say, hey, I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like I need to come in here for some role play. Maybe I need to get a ride along. Maybe I need to get somebody to see what I'm doing. I could go ride with somebody or somebody could come ride with me. And being willing to ask for help sooner is definitely going to give you more momentum quicker. And so here is a common struggle that I see technicians make. Like, you know what, if I ask somebody for help, they're gonna judge me. If I ask somebody for help, it's gonna put me on the radar. If I ask somebody for help, then they're probably gonna tell me no. I'm gonna let you know that most top salespeople are very gracious. Most sales managers are gracious and they want you to win. Most tech managers are gracious. They want you to win. And hands down, at the end of the day, profitability reasons, it's easier for them to say, hey, let's get you some help quicker rather than later. Now, here's the thing. You should join HVAC Tech Secrets right here. Join it, and you will get the inside track. You'll be able to subscribe to get the inside track on stuff that I'm not putting on Facebook, that I'm not putting on YouTube. So being able to raise your hand and saying, hey, I need some help, there's nothing wrong with that. There's times in our lives that everybody needs it. So I was talking to a good friend, and we were talking about pulling people out of the water who are drowning. So there's a couple of things that happen. Either one, people get too far in over their head and they're afraid to say, hey, I'm in trouble. And they don't want to look dumb, they don't want to look silly. Or two, it doesn't sound right when somebody's drowning and you don't know what's going on. So if somebody is drowning and they're in a river, because they're bobbing, they're not going to be able to say help. It'll come out like, hip, hip, hip. And so sometimes the people around you are making references that they need help. So here's something that you can do. You can start watching for the people around you that are in sales slumps and start looking for the language patterns they use. Some of the people are gonna be like, I need some help. Some people are gonna complain about their calls. Some people are gonna complain about what's going on. Instead of saying, hey, can somebody come ride with me? Can I go ride with somebody? Is there a video I can watch? Is there a class that I can take? Is there something that I can do? The faster you are proactive to being like this, the easier it is. Now, I was a corporate trainer for 10 years and I could watch people like you. There's people watching from the lifeguard tower right here that just overlook the bay. They can see pretty much everything that's going on and they're like, oh, that person's in trouble. A good trainer is gonna be able to recognize, hey, technician, salesperson is in trouble. We need to get them some extra goods. We need to get them on a ride along. We need to get somebody to come ride with them. We need to get them to come in and do some role play. And here's the thing, if you're like, you know what, I'm embarrassed to role play because of my skills and what's gonna happen and I don't want people to make fun of me, ask somebody to role play with you privately. Like, you don't have to do it at the office. You could do it somewhere else. You could do it at your home. You could do it at another office. You can't get caught up in all the reasons why it can't be done. You gotta MIH, make it happen. You gotta look for all the reasons why it can be done. So one of the fastest ways to get momentum when it comes to sales and a sales slump is to reach out and put out your hand and say, hey, I need some help. Will there be people who make fun of you? Probably, but like, you gotta know that those people really aren't your friend, and you know, 6 months from now, they're gonna be in the same boat, because sales slumps typically are cyclical. It's part of the sales process. It's part of things that go on. There you go, you got this. I appreciate you for being here. You got one thing to do, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, hit subscribe, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says, hey, this HVAC technician sales secret guy sent out some videos. I should probably go check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Mahalo.